So researchers at the UK University Durham say that in their newest round of research, beer goggles, totally a myth. We have a quote from them. They say, this is Amanda Ellison, the author of the study, says, "There's no imagined physical transformation, just more desire. Alcohol switches off the rational and decision-making areas of the brain while leaving the areas to do with sexual desire relatively intact." I think that here, as libs, we have a lot of respect for the scientific method, but they're wrong.
Actually,
they're just wrong.
At first, when I read the headline to this story, I'm like, they're definitely wrong. Because people who get drunk, obviously, are more likely to have sex with whoever it is that they're with. I mean, if they're single and they're... But you know what I realized?
Married.
No. How you threw that in. I mean, they don't have to be single. Like, if that was very moral of you.
People don't have sex,
Yeah,
do
no. Can you imagine?
Or just people in relationships, by the way. There's some cheating going on in America.
No. But like, when I think of beer goggles, I always think of someone that you're not with, someone that you've met for the first time or something, and who isn't very attractive. But then as you drink and the night progresses, all of a sudden you're like, oh, maybe.
Right.
But that doesn't really happen.
Like if you need beer goggles to sleep with your wife, you got bigger problems.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I meant. And also, usually when you get drunk and you sleep with someone for the first time, it's because you kind of considered sleeping with them anyway, right?
Or we're considering sleeping with someone, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think that it's a huge change, but you know how you get when you're drunk that like like if you walk through a crowd, you don't really get the full like 60 frames per second. It's sort of like a slideshow. When you look at a girl who might not be perfect, at 60 frames per second, but you can't really see the details. You know what her face generally looks like, but you can't really lock down what it exactly looks like. That can tip the scales.
Well,
Yeah.
as a totally sober virgin, I can't really comment on this story.
Not buying it.
Not buying it. I wanted to see how long that would last. Yeah, I mean, you get drunk, and then I don't know that it actually changes the physical part of the person. So I kind of do buy this. I think you get drunk, and the night goes on, and you were out for a reason.
Like subconsciously, you wanted to have sex, and then you drink, and it kind of like makes you more aware of the fact that you want to have sex. I don't.
That's a good question. I think there's like a culture around certain things. So wine, you might drink, and you may start feeling good. I think each different alcohol has a different effect on people, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And I also want to see the science behind like why some people are angry drunk, some people are happy drunks. Like I'm definitely a happy drunk. I get really excited. I want to dance.
It lowers your inhibitions. Now for you, maybe you're inhibited from being out there and happy and all that stuff. Some people thankfully are being inhibited from being assholes, basically, and just telling people what they really think about them. So when you strip that away, they're dicks. I think that's what's going on.
But I don't, like, I don't know, that's still really interesting because I'm happy in my real life too. Like I don't feel like I'm inhibited in any way, shape, or form.
It's all in how you test it. It's the methodology. There's interesting things that play tricks with the brain. Like I've heard, it was a documentary on Netflix, they said that when a guy is exposed to a girl and he's asked to rate how attractive she is, he's better able to do it when she's not ovulating. When she's ovulating, he can't really pin down. He finds her to be more attractive even though he doesn't know why.
What? Okay. Like even if that is true, like what application? How is that being used?
Go out more when you're ovulating.
Go out, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess for the woman that is on the hunt, it has some use, but...
I think what it really breaks down to is if you're an academic and you're just working on these papers all day long, eventually you just want to work on something sexual, and this is an excuse to do that.